What's up, everybody? It's me, Joey P. Joe Pizzapia, back with another top 10 video here at Betting Pros. And the NBA regular season is done. It's over. It's in the books. But the real NBA season is about to begin. That's right. The NBA playoffs are about to start. And here are the top 10 bets for the NBA playoffs in 2023. Before we get to those, I just want to remind you to like, share, and subscribe to Betting Pros on the YouTube channel, because when you drop a comment below and you're a subscriber, you could qualify to win a 1-year free premium upgrade to Betting Pros. That's right. Or if you don't want to wait, just go to bettingpros.com/premium and start betting smarter, not harder. Unlock all of the amazing tools at Betting Pros to help track your bets and cash more bets, because at the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about? So without further ado, let's get to the top 10 NBA playoff bets for 2023. Number 10, the LA Lakers to upset the Memphis Grizzlies in round 1 of the playoffs. Now, the Lakers might have gotten a gift as the Timberwolves were in complete disarray heading into the play-in games, but also the LA Lakers are starting to get healthy for the first time, and you can't discount LeBron James in the playoffs. Anthony Davis also starting to play well for the Los Angeles Lakers, and perhaps the Lakers are one of the rare exceptions of a team that wasn't so dazzling in the regular season, but might be a little bit more dangerous in the playoffs. They might be dangerous enough too with LeBron for that first round upset. So keep a close eye on the Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies, because this one has all the opportunity to make some money on the Lakers side of things. Number 9, the Warriors defeating the Sacramento Kings in round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Now, the Kings might have had a better regular season record than the Warriors, but don't forget, the Warriors are the reigning defending champions, coming off their 4th title in 8 years, and their core group is still returning. So although the Sacramento Kings certainly put up some really good stats this year, and one can argue that they had the best offensive rating in the recently concluded regular season, but this is about experience, especially experience in the playoffs, handling your business, and that's one spot where the Warriors can still shine and maybe outshine the Sacramento Kings. So put some money on the Warriors to advance in round 1. Number 8, the Cleveland Cavaliers sweep. That's right, sweep the New York Knicks in round 1 of the playoffs. Tom Thibodeau, coach of the New York Knicks, has really put the pedal to the metal, and the Knicks look like they might be out of gas. Julius Randle suffering that ankle sprain. That's still unknown about his availability for the playoffs, and it seems like there's a good chance he doesn't play at all. That means that the Knicks are going to have a hard time defending Donovan Mitchell and a hard time keeping pace with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Could be an easy first round get through for the Cleveland Cavs and an early exit for the New York Knicks. Number 7, the Phoenix Suns to win the Western Conference, plus 200 over on FanDuel. Now, the Phoenix Suns are the heavy favorite, and 2-1 is still pretty good odds to come out of the West, where they are the best team on paper. But on paper is not where you win championships, so I'm not quite writing that story yet. However, to win the West, it's still a pretty good wager. The acquisition of Kevin Durant and obviously not having to give up DeAndre Ayton in that deal was a huge win for the Phoenix Suns. But Durant needs to stay healthy so that lineup can continue to build chemistry throughout the playoffs. And if they can get by the Clippers in the first round, then the Phoenix Suns could have a clear shot at the finals. Number 6, the Golden State Warriors to win the Western Conference, plus 500 over at BetMGM. So if it's not the Phoenix Suns and we were looking to wet our beaks a little bit more in terms of what we can get out of our investment, then perhaps the Golden State Warriors is the way to go. This team is battle-tested. They have the star power. They have the coach. They have all the right tools. It's just whether or not they can get hot at the right time in the playoffs. And we've seen teams like this turn it on in the playoffs before and run the table. We've seen the Warriors do this before. So in terms of who could be dangerous in the West, well, if it's not the Suns, it could certainly be the defending champs. Number 5, the Boston Celtics to win the NBA championship at plus 370 over on FanDuel. Now, the Boston Celtics certainly got out in front early in the Eastern Conference, but the rest of the conference did catch up, and Coach Joe Mazzulla being promoted to official head coach status has been a good move for the Boston Celtics. Here's the thing. Although they got off to that hot start, and although the other teams in the division seem to have closed the gap, the Celtics are still a very talented team. So depending on how the brackets shake out, the the Celtics could find themselves in a really good position, basically only having to beat either the Bucks or the 76ers, depending how the brackets fall. And if they can do that, then the NBA title could still be well within their grasp. Number 4, the Philadelphia 76ers to win the NBA championship at plus 900 over on BetMGM. Now, the Philadelphia 76ers are poised to absolutely be able to return on this very big number here. And here's why. Joel Embiid has absolutely played like an MVP down the stretch, and the Sixers have a deep enough team where they can compete with anybody in the East or the West. The Sixers also have the same thing the Celtics have going for them, which is depending on how the brackets shake out, they might only have to beat one of those other big-time teams in the East in order to get to the finals, and we all believe that the East might be better suited to winning this year's title than the West. Time will tell, but this is a huge ROI on the 76ers and one that you should strongly consider. Number 3, the Milwaukee Bucks to win the NBA championship, plus 240 over on FanDuel. Now, this is a much smaller number than the Celtics or the 76ers, but the Bucks are the favorite for a reason, and Giannis, again, has also played like an MVP, just like Joel Embiid. Here's the thing, the Milwaukee Bucks might not have that Robin to Giannis's Batman, but they do have Giannis, and this could be a huge year for him as the Bucks are getting hot at the right time. Yes, it's a smaller number, but if we're writing a story of who we think is going to win, and the Bucks are the favorite in the East, and the East is the beast to beat, then the Bucks should have some strong considerations for heavy investments in the NBA playoffs. Which brings us to number 2, the NBA Finals pairing, Bucks versus the Suns, plus 500 on FanDuel. Is it a little boring? Is it a little chalk? Yeah, probably, but it feels like it could be right. And if you already think that the Suns really just have to get past maybe the Golden State Warriors in order to anoint themselves as West Coast champs, and you think the Bucks are the favorites for a reason in the East, then probably the best way to make money is to combine them both on this wager of plus 500 over on FanDuel and get the most bang for your buck. See what I did there? Most bang for your buck? You're welcome. I'll be here all week. Which brings us to our final wager, number 1, NBA Finals exact outcome, the Bucks to beat the Suns at plus 950 over on FanDuel. Look at this number, plus 950. If we're writing a story about the NBA playoffs and we're investing in that story and that narrative, well, these are the two protagonists, antagonists, whatever you want to call them, that meet in the very end. And this is the best way to make money on the NBA Finals, is to pick this outcome between the two teams that we think is going to get to the big dance. Yes, it feels a little chalky. Yes, it might be some big stars here in terms of the kind of movie we're writing, and maybe Jerry Bruckheimer would have to direct it. But I'll say this, if indeed we get this Bucks-Suns series and the Bucks are the favorites, the best number you could possibly get is this plus 950, and to lock it in now, because we know it's going to change as teams get eliminated from the playoffs and the Bucks and Suns are still hanging around well into late May. Well, there you have it. I want to hear what your picks are for the NBA Finals and the NBA bets that you want to put some money on. So drop a comment below and make sure you like, share, and subscribe and click that little bell till it goes ding for notifications on BettingPros YouTube channel. That'll do it for me, Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.